What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's YouTube video. So I just got some new RIP TKOs and I'm going to be showing you guys how I build out my arrows. Summertime is coming up, so we're going to be shooting a lot in the summertime, and then following fast after that, it's going to be deer season. So we need to get some new arrows built just to shoot around in the summertime, do whatever we're going to do, and then get some hunting arrows ready to go. These RIP TKOs are 300 spine, so that's just what I normally run. That's kind of the common thing that everybody runs. But yeah, they're 300 spine. We're also going to be using some new fletchings. We're using the DCA Mini Sabers this time. I've never shot these before. Everybody on YouTube has been raving about these things, so I ordered them just to kind of try them out myself. I'll let you guys know what I think. And if y'all have any opinion on these, let me know what y'all think. I've seen some guys shoot them and say they love them. And we've also got some new arrow wraps with our logo and our YouTube name on here from One Stinger Arrow Wraps. So if you guys like these wraps whenever we show them to you, don't forget to check them out. You can get your own custom stuff set up on One Stinger Arrow. It's not a sponsor. It's just where I got them from. But yeah, they are white, fade to black, reflective topo pattern. It's pretty cool. So they're pretty sweet. Kind of excited to get them on some arrows. This is my new archery station that we built. I'm gonna do everything here. I'm getting a bow press and everything like that. We're gonna put that somewhere else in the room. But yeah, and my YouTube studio / room / man cave is all done. So if you guys want to see what that looks like, here's a sneak peek over here. If you guys want to see what that looks like, just drop a comment, let me know. I might do a room tour for you guys. But that's enough talking. Let's get to arrow building. All right, so I got a couple of them out of the box. I did not have them pre-cut because I want to use my new little toy here. So my draw length is 28.5. So we're going to make these arrows 29 inches. So what I got to do is, I don't have a cool fancy arrow cutter with I can measure it all out. So I have a tape measure. So I'm just going to basically just measure these out one by one. I got 4 of them on the table at the time. Lock the tape in place, measure them out to 29 inches, and we're going to cut it. Before I do anything cutting wise. I'm just going to rub my arrow on top of my desk. A lot of people do it on sandpaper, but I have this rougher material, kind of like sandpaper, on a section of this stuff. So I just rub it on here, make sure it's square. And once your arrow is completely square, you're good to go with cut. And then some guys like to take a Q-tip and kind of clean it out. I don't really do that because I've heard that it doesn't matter. But to each your own. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't. So, but next, what we're going to do is we're going to put our inserts in the actual arrows. So you need some of your arrow blue glue is what they call it on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. It's real cheap. And then you also need a lighter. But what I like to do is I'll just take my blue glue, the lighter, heat it up, get it nice and hot, and then I'll spin it around, get it nice and hot, and then I'll rub my insert into it. Get it all in there, then heat up the insert. Get it all in there, heat up the insert, push it in. Then you want to get it like this, and it's going to be a little dried. It doesn't say liquidy very long. Then you heat it up, and what you're going to want to do is just push your insert into here. Push it on the table. And then get it in there. And it's going to have this little blue line from all the glue. Just rub it off with your finger. Rub off with your finger. Fill it up. And voila! You have your insert, your arrow. Cool thing about using this glue over epoxy is if you ever had to, you can actually get this out. With epoxy, it's not coming out at all. So with this, if you had to get this out, you could just light it, and then heat up your insert. Don't heat up your carbon. That'll ruin your carbon. Just heat up your insert, and then after your insert gets hot, you can literally just pull this right out. But only if you need to, only if you want to reuse your arrows or something like that. But if you were to use epoxy over this stuff, it holds really, really strong. But if you were to use epoxy, you can't do that with epoxy. You have to cut it off. I know that from experience. We got our inserts into the arrows. So now we're going to put our new arrow wraps on. This is what they look like. They're pretty cool. They say Tolook here with our logo here, half of our logo here at least, and then they have the reflective fade white to black topo pattern. It's pretty cool. And you want to line up the corner edges right there. Put it on there. Roll slowly. You want to do this on a kind of a softer surface. Push that first line in, push it again, then roll it in. Roll it on. And you got it in. Got your arrow wrap on the arrow. Pretty simple. Roll it on. You see how it's starting to come up right here? Not really going in. That's why you want to go slow. Just kind of push it in, push it across. All right. Roll it on. And 2 done. 2 to go.
2 straight going in. All right.
So now inserts are done, wraps are on. It's time to fletch some arrows. All right, so to fletch your arrows, all you're gonna need is your fletchings of your choice, whatever ones you're gonna use. Really up to you. Some arrow glue. This is the Fletch Fuse arrow glue. I also have this instant arrow glue. Either one will work. They both work amazing. Either one will work. Today I'm just gonna use the Fletch. Why not? Why not with this one? I think last year's arrows I used the instant arrow glue, but this year we're just gonna rock with the. I'm just gonna rock with this. This is my arrow jig. The way this works is you take your fletching, you put it in wherever you put it in, whatever measurement you want to run off of. I usually run about a 1/2 inch down, and then you put it in there. Put a bead of glue across the inside of the fletching. Then you're gonna have your arrow in here. Your arrow is gonna lock in this little knock portion here. Your arrow is gonna lock in this little knock portion here, and then you just wanna stick this on the magnets, push it down. But don't make the mistake I did, where this little magnet piece will go in and out. So make sure you move it out far enough, tighten it enough. But we're gonna take our arrow, we're gonna stick it in our jig. Then we're gonna take our fletching, put it in here, right at the half of the inch mark. For me personally, like I said, totally up to you. Then we're gonna run a bead of glue across this whole backside here. What you want to do? Get it lined up and push it onto your arrow. Push down for a couple seconds. Open it up and release. You're going to take your arrow out. Kind of clean up the glue. It's going to be on here. Now, a little pro tip would be to put your first fletching at the spot where your arrow wrap is creased over, to kind of just lock it in further. You don't have to do that. It's good practice. That way your wrap doesn't come off for some reason. Make sure there's no air bubbles in your glue. push it down onto it. Down with your arrow, lots of force. Okay. Make sure you're good, and then you have a fully fletched 3-fletch arrow. Pretty simple, huh? Until you knock all your fletches on the floor. I'm gonna time lapse this for you so you don't have to be bored watching the whole thing, but just watch how I do it. Tip that you can do is after you got them all fletched up, you can then put a little dot of arrow on the front of the fletching all the way around, and then a little dot of glue on the back. It gives it a little bit more forgiveness, and it'll keep your fletchings on whenever you hit something you're not supposed to, or the arrow goes too deep into a target or something like that. We have one more thing to do if you have one. I have a DIY arrow spinner. You can take a Sharpie and you can number your arrows. I like to write Bible verses on mine, personally, on a fletching. But you can number your arrows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then weed it out based off like number 6 doesn't fly straight or something like that. So just keep that in mind. You can do this after you cut your arrows, or you can do it once you get everything done. But I like to do it once I get everything done. You just want to check for stability, making sure your arrows fly straight. There might be a little bit of wobble. That's not good. You'll be able to see it in the tip. So it's the next day, and I realized that I didn't show you guys the weight of these arrows. So we're gonna get a weight on these arrows, and then I'm going to do a little tune. Okay. 348 grains. 348 grains. Next arrow. 346. Next arrow. 346, 346, or 347, I'm sorry. So that was without a tip on the end of the arrow. And now I inserted a tip. It's about 100 grains, so we're rocking about 150 grains off the front. And we're gonna put that in here and see what the weight of it is. All right, so with the tip, same arrows, 0 scale. 146. So now that we have everything built, arrows are completely done. Let's see how they shoot through paper. I still get a little sketched out doing this, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Just because I'm not used to shooting inside my house. You never know. A little bit of a bottom tear. All right, so we had a low tear, and that means we need to move our rest down a little bit. That can also possibly mean that our shaft is too strong for the bow, but in this case, that's not the case. We just have to have a low tear. Okay. And that is a pretty good bullet hole. All right, so now that we have a baseline, we're shooting a bullet hole, new arrows, looking good. We're gonna go sling some arrows outside just for fun, just to see the new arrows fly. All right, so we're out here at 20 yards. We're just gonna shoot our 4 arrows we made, just seeing how they group. we're gonna shoot one more, just for fun, just see if we can group any better. So that was the first group I'd shot in a long time. So. Alright, so it is low because it's not sighted, but it's not a bad group. But I hope you guys learned something today. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Got a bunch of cool stuff in the pipeline. Archery season is coming with the summertime, and then soon deer season will be after that, even though it feels like it's coming super fast. But yeah, thank you guys for watching today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel way more than you think it does. It really motivates us to keep going and lets us know you guys like what you see. But let me know down below if you guys are going to be building your own arrows, having your archery shop do it. Either one's fine. But I'm just curious. What kind of arrows you guys are going to be running this year for the shooting season and the hunting season coming up? Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in today. I'll see y'all next one.